Today I'm doing a oil change on my 2024.5 KTM 450 SXF. And this is pretty much the same for most KTM models, 450s of course. You'll just need an oil change kit, or you can just buy the oil and the filter separate. This kit is like 30 bucks, comes with the exact amount of oil, 1.2 liters, and then I like it because it comes with this nice KTM OEM filter, 8 mil, 13 mil, and then you obviously need a drain pan. First thing I would recommend is just letting it warm up for a couple of minutes and then take it for a quick ride just to get the oil in so it flows easier. Now I got it all nice and warmed up. You'll see there are two drain plugs right here underneath the shifter. This one here is a long screen that'll pull out that oil will come out and drain. And then this one right here is just a side drain plug. It even tells you the torque specs on them, which is pretty cool. And then on the bottom here, there is just one big drain plug right here. You do not touch this one here or that one there, according to the manual. Not sure what they're for, but you're not supposed to touch them. So 3 total drain plugs. And then this right here is your oil filter with the 2 8mm. I'll start getting this stuff draining. Always remember to take out your fill plug while you're draining, so you can get airlocked and some of the oil will still sit inside there. But also another thing I would do is do one plug at a time. If you just pull all 3, it's just gonna get super messy. But here's that long screen out of that one right there. Usually you could just pull it out, hit it with some brake clean, maybe some compressed air. As long as it doesn't look too bad, you can just reuse it, but you can buy a new one. Also, you're gonna want to tip the bike on its side, because when no oil comes out, I tip it, it just starts dumping out. So it's typically a good idea to do that as well. Just got those other drain plugs back in. Now I'm pulling out the oil filter. There will be some oil in there, so you're ready to have your drain pan there. Then you just take a pair of needle nose here, expand it, and a couple tries. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but that filter should pull right on out there. This filter doesn't look too bad. This filter has like 5 hours on it, but the oil in here is brand new. Because my engine filled up with water and I flushed it out a couple times, so this will be the last oil change flush I'll be doing, so that's why the oil looks so clean. But pretty simple. Just pop your filter back in there, put the cap back on. If you don't know which way it came out, just pay attention to which way the filter went. It's pretty simple. Just this side here will go in, obviously. Now I'm just getting ready to add the oil. Always make sure that your funnel is clean. And for this model, you just dump all that oil in there. Like I said before, 1.2 liters, 40.6 fluid ounces. Obviously check your manual to see what the specification is for how much oil. But I'm pretty sure about all these 450s. All the modern ones, I don't know, within the last 10 years are probably about the same. Just got her all filled up. The next thing to do would be to tip the bike level, which I will do here. And behind that little glass right there, behind the brake, in that little glass, you'll see the oil nice and new. So what you would do is now just let it idle for a couple minutes after you checked that the level is good. Let it idle for a couple minutes, let that oil circulate through the top end and all that stuff. Then shut it off, wait 10 seconds or whatever, tilt the bike level and make sure that the oil is still right there in that glass. There are markings on there, you probably can't tell, maybe a little bit. There's an arrow, a little notch right above my finger on the left side of the glass there. You're supposed to be above there or level with there, I'm not really sure. Usually I just like to see if I can see it in the sight glass, and if I can see it, that means there's oil in it. Other than that, it's really simple. I just wanted to make this short little video to get more right to the point. And that will be all you have to do on an oil change on this KTM 450. So, one more thing. A lot of people ask, well, how often should you do an oil change on your bike? If you ask anybody, you'll get a different answer pretty much from each one. It's all an opinion thing. There really is no true answer of how often you should change your oil on a bike. It all depends on the bike, who you are as a rider, how you ride, how hard you ride, how often you ride, all that kind of stuff. The best thing to go off of would be hours. If, like, for instance, this bike is a race bike. I don't race this bike. I ride trails. I could get away with every 10 hours easily if I wanted to. I do it usually every 5 hours just because why not? So if you're really concerned and you don't know how often to change your oil, just change it every, 5 hours at most. It's cheap, it's easy, $30, takes 10 minutes. So there really is no true answer. If you're just putting around on like one of these, a TTR 125 or a CRF 80, you can do an oil change every year on it and you'll be fine. It all depends on the bike and how you ride and all that stuff. But if you're, riding this thing aggressive on the track all the time, I would do it after every ride, after every other ride. Stuff, just something like that. You don't got to go crazy with it, but you'll never find a real answer. So just go off based off of how you ride, and it's really that simple. But that's all I have for today.